Hello everybody. Today we're going to answer a question from a TV action hero. Tubiest of the Tubiest. The best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. And wherever there's crime, wherever there's a regime that wants men to play in women's sports, we have a hero to squash all of that. And out of the sun and the soil and all the grit and dirt comes Scott Slater. And Scott Slater has a question for us. I'm going to answer it. It says, this question says, what did I do with Scott's question? He asked if I could go over DOT physicals and the TWIC card. So I'm going to, by the way, as you can hear the rumbling, the truck's running. I'm actually making a peach cobbler. And I'm cooking the peaches right now in my Instant Pot. And for those, like the microwave or an Instant Pot or a toaster oven, anything like that draws a lot of energy, you're going to have to start the truck and use the truck and the inverter to run those items, okay? So the truck's running so that I can finish cooking my peaches, okay? So let's talk first about the DOT physical, okay? I found a lot of DOT physicals are done by chiropractors, and you can find some family physicians that'll do it as well in their private practice, and they're going to look for a few things, and range of motion is one. I did have a subscriber that talked about he'd had shoulder surgery, and he wasn't feeling doing flatbed because he didn't want to re-injure his shoulder, and that I get. Trust me, it'd be the same thing if someone had had some disc in their back fused or something like that. That does not necessarily disqualify you to drive truck. You are just driving. However, some things like you fuse disc and back, stuff like that, if you're not comfortable sitting for long periods of time, then you may have some issues, okay? But when it comes to a DOT physical, range of motion is something that they're gonna want you to do. Some have you step up and step down off of a little stoop or something. Reach your hand above your. They want to know that you can do all the motions. That you're not, your arms don't stop right here. Stuff like that. And if you're good, I'm gonna turn these off. Excuse me. Okay. All right, sorry about that. I thought it was gonna turn off before on its own in time, but it still had time to go, and the peaches was getting too soft. So, anyways, the range of motion is something they're looking for. They're gonna, of course, blood pressure and gonna make sure your heart is not beating weird, and your body mass is the next thing, and they may say you need to do a sleep apnea test if your body mass and weight and height and neck thickness and all that kind of stuff is in the parameter. Then and you go and do that. But an eye exam is a part of it. It's just a basic physical. It's nothing overly stressed out. You know, I mean, it's a basic physical. Period. Okay. And then they're gonna give you, if you pass, they'll give you a card. Otherwise, you're gonna have to. Oh, by the way, let's say like you're like I take blood pressure medicine. Okay, so if you take blood pressure medicine, they give you a 1-year card. You can even get a 30-day card. You know, it's weird like that, but you know, you're not gonna get a 30-day card. Everybody's gonna hire you for that, but you can get a 1-year card. Okay, and be hired. And every year you have to renew, just like I do. Okay. After you get the DOT card, then you can then take your test to get a permit, and so you're going to take them all. Okay, you can take hazmat, and after you pass the hazmat, they're going to sign you off. You can take this little form to the ID place where they do your fingerprint and background check and everything. And at that moment is when you want to do your TWIC card, okay? Because you want to do hazmat, tanker, and TWIC card. I also did my pass to get through the airport. You know, so I have to stand in that long line. I can go through that little short line, because most places that do the TWIC card, they can do all 3 of those. They can do the hazmat, TWIC card, and your airport passing thing, and all the background checks are done at the same time. So just do it. You know, yeah, you're gonna pay extra, but you know, you may as well knock it all out at the same time. Okay. A TWIC card is not a necessity to drive trucks, okay? But it'll help you. It'll help you get. Right now, I'm going to a Air Force base, and they want you to have a TWIC card to get on there for some reason. You got to be escorted on there anyway. It's a freaking Air Force base, but I got the load because I got this freaking TWIC card, which kind of with some personal things going on right now. I really needed to be home, but you know, it is what it is. And they typically send me home on the weekends, and they did offer me to go home, take this load to the house, but hell, I was the distance from where I picked it up and going home, and then have to turn around and go back the opposite direction to come up here. The distance from right here to go home and then get back here is half the distance that it takes me to get to the final. I'm just gonna go to the final. Hell, just sit in the truck and eat peach cobblers, get fat, do a 34 here at this truck stop. But you know, you want to get those TWIC cards, man. It's not hard, but it allows you to get into secured areas and plants. That you get into ports, you know, it just opens the door for other loads, and hazmat as well. You know, it helps you keep moving, and why not? Okay. And TWIC cards work for other stuff too. Let's just say you go through all that, and then for some reason you don't drive trucks. You can still use a TWIC card. You know, that's people at the port. They have TWIC cards, and they use them escorts. Meaning they bring people into the port who don't have a TWIC card. You know, so you might get to go work at the port. You know, who knows? It's a lot of things you can do with that. You know, if you were going to work at a chemical plant, you'd have to have it. Okay, so it's basic stuff, man. It's not very, very difficult. You know, plus you're the Superman. Hell. You know, you can do that. You know, Slater. That's pretty cool. Like Steve Slater. You know, a Scott Slater. Steve Slater's the son. I don't know, but you know, it's easy, bro. You can go get that. Everybody needs to go get that. Okay. Damn it! I was gonna tease y'all about something else too. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. But once I'm done with this cobbler, I'll put a picture of it at the end of this video. You know, people ask me, what do I do to get the smells out of your truck when you cook? Shit, you know, what do you do to get any other smell out of your truck? When you fart and blow up the goddamn cab, what you gonna do? Roll the window down? Shit, same thing. I don't get it. You know, it ain't like food smell just gonna stay in here forever. You know, however, when you making a peach cobbler, you don't want that smell to go anywhere. I can tell you that right there. This is here smelling good, man. It's about that time where it's ready for me to put it in a Pyrex dish so I can put it in my toaster oven and get it going. So I'm gonna finish my peach cobbler, and then I'm gonna show you guys some video of it. And I hope that I gave you enough information about me. Both those topics are pretty easy. You know, you're not gonna have a problem with DLT physical, and if you do, you know, it might be something that you needed to know in the first place. You know, like CPAP stuff, man. Maybe you didn't know that you were on the verge of having a freaking massive heart attack in your sleep. You know what I mean? So, you know, handle your business. And Mr. Slater, we need you to go get them crazy folks from trying to play in women's sports. Here we go.